he finds ways to come through a supposed point of order and even issue threats. Issue threats. Mr. Speaker, this must stop. As and when it pleases the majority leader, he uses the rules to stop people from expressing their opinion. But he who comes to equity must do equity. He must do equity. Enough of this, Mr. Speaker, and I humbly beg that if he is talking about rules, he himself should practice it. What is happening, Mr. Speaker, in this house is amounting to the majority leader using the back door to introduce a certain culture of silence, to silence the views of the minority. That is what he's doing, so that he would intervene to stop you, stop your thought pattern, and have his way, instead of patiently waiting for his time.
Mr. Speaker, it is obvious that the minority leader has issues. He has issues.
I'm really watching the timing. So please, yes.
Mr. Speaker, when we met this morning at conclave, the minority came to lobby that they had a statement on the incident. And I indicated to them that the ministry had plans to come and brief the House. But they insisted on us varying the order of business so that they could make the statement. So, Mr. Speaker, if we had been patient, we would have actually received the minister at statement time to make the statement even before these statements were made. So I want to assure him that the acting Minister for Defense, that's the Minister for Finance, is on his way here to come and make a statement to this House. So please exercise a little patience, and very soon the acting Minister for Defense will be in this House.
Minority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, lately we have been receiving a lot of tutorials from the respected majority leader, tutorials on rules of this House. Mr. Speaker, with respect, I submit most humbly that what he just did was not a point of order. Mr. Speaker, when the leader of the House himself chooses convenience over principle, it becomes worrying. It is becoming very convenient that the leader of the House is very intolerant of views that are expressed by this side of the House, and he finds ways to come through a supposed point of order and even issue threats. Mr. Speaker, this must stop. As and when it pleases the majority leader, he uses the rules to stop people from expressing their opinion. Mr. Speaker, this is House of Parliament. We do not have any problem at all if the strict practice is that rules. It will be an opportunity for us to learn and learn. But he who comes to equity must do equity. He must do equity. Enough of this, Mr. Speaker, and I humbly beg that if he is talking about rules, he himself should practice it. What is happening, Mr. Speaker, in this House is amounting to the majority leader using the back door to introduce a certain culture of silence, to silence the views of the minority. That is what he's doing, so that he would intervene to stop you, stop your thought pattern, and have his way, instead of patiently waiting for his time to make his own views known. This must stop. It must all come from the leader of the house.
Yes, Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, it is obvious that the minority leader has issues. He has issues. And I think, like the Speaker said last week, when we are discussing football, somebody jumps to discuss Ampe. Mr. Speaker, if you go and review the cameras, you will see that your deputy whip at the beginning walked to me here and came and pleaded with me that I should allow him to vary the order of business so that Anodompre will make the statement. He came here and pleaded with me. He came here and pleaded with me. The cameras bear testimony. The cameras bear testimony. Mr. Speaker, at that point, if I wanted to silence the minority, I would have told him that I will not allow you to vary the order of business because the minister is coming here. I would have opposed the application for the variation.
Honorable Member, what are you doing? What are you doing? Please, you can heckle a colleague, but you don't use your hand and be clapping and doing this and that. That is noise. You can't do that. Please. You started today on a very good note, calling on us to work together. Please. The Honorable MP in blue dress spoke very well here. I got a response over there calling on us and all Ghanaians to work together. Meanwhile, you yourself seated here cannot work together. Differences is natural. It depends on how you express the difference. What you do here is you try to persuade. You don't persuade a person by shouting at the person. You don't. You have to use a voice modulated in a way, the tone, the words, how you express it to convince the person. You only do that when you go to boys or girls. But you are here. You are not only talking to your colleague here. You are talking to the whole country and the nation. Why? We are faced with a very sad occasion. And again, it's not words or actions. Let the Ghanaian people see that really is shocking. You are sad, and that you want to do something about it. This is not an issue you use for politics at all. Please. The Speaker should not participate in debate, but the Speaker is not among the three monkeys. See no evil, speak no evil, hear no evil. That is not the role of a Speaker. The national interest prevails, and how to protect it. You know it, that part of our rules talk about interruption of debate. Go through it in the standing orders. One of them is the point of order. Read it yourselves. It goes beyond point of order. When you have information and you want to share, at the time a member is talking, you are also allowed to interrupt. Please, let's continue to cooperate and let the good people of Ghana know that we are truly representing them, not parties. Honorable Dominic Nitiwul, you may go on now.
Mr. Speaker, thank you. Mr. Speaker, I thank you and I thank the leadership. I'm treading a very fine line because I just left the place. And you know that the military is a very disciplined institution. And I would have wished and prayed that this didn't happen to the military. But unfortunately, we are where we are now. And so I'm treading cautiously. And as you also know, most of my predecessors have not had the opportunity to sit in Parliament after leaving that office. So they virtually kept quiet. So I have to always juggle between and mind how I carry myself because of the position that I held. So, Mr. Speaker, I say, and I still repeat, that I support the position that we should hold the whole process and review it. 2, I also think that the minister should come and brief us. And I'm happy he said he's briefed Latin, but I said that if he briefed us on the 3 key things that happened, it would have helped us. Especially the report that just came, it will have helped the nation and all of us, because we are representing the people. Once they brief Parliament, we have briefed the nation. And thirdly, the other security agencies will also do recruitment. It's not just the military. They have also started advertising. And their numbers are even bigger than that of the military. And so we anticipate that the problems that we are seeing today, if the Minister for Defense and the Minister for the Interior do not sit to see how they can make sure that they reform the process, we may be getting worse situations, and we don't want that to be repeated. So I'll urge both ministers to look at how they will go about their intakes, Mr. Speaker, so that we don't get this repetition of issues any longer. And lastly, Mr. Speaker, this only tells us that we have a big problem in the country. Yes. A problem of unemployment. Big problem. And Mr. Speaker, the earlier the political class plus the leaders of this nation do something about it, the better for us. Because if young men all across the world, it's difficult to get people to serve in the military. People in US, people literally had to be begged to serve in many militaries. And today, young men and women are all rushing just because they want to serve in the military. I don't know whether it's for job purposes they are doing that, or it's just the love of serving in the military. That is happening. But I will lean towards the fact that people want to survive. People want a job. And Mr. Speaker, I can say that we have a big problem of unemployment. And these teeming youth who are outside, between the ages of 21 when they have completed school and 25, if we don't do something about them, Mr. Speaker, this nation called Ghana, we may regret one day. I don't know when, but I can say that it's easier, or it is better for the political class to think together. And I like the way you said we should work together. We should work together and find a solution to it immediately. Otherwise, Mr. Speaker, we may regret. I thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Yes, a female voice.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for the opportunity to comment on the statement ably made by my colleagues. Mr. Speaker, I wish to first of all express my condolences to the bereaved families. It is really, really very painful to have our children to go for recruitment only for us to lose them. But I want us to all take solace in the Almighty Allah. There is nothing that happens that doesn't happen at the right time. This is what the Almighty Allah has ordained for them. Today is their day. No matter how, no matter what, no matter who was there, as what, even if we brought all the presidents of the world to sit there as ministers or whatsoever, once today is ordained for them to die, they will. And this is what has happened. Unless you don't believe in the oneness of God, unless you don't believe in the oneness of the Almighty Allah, it is not anybody who wanted them to die. There is no single officer there who wanted even one single soul to pass. Not even one person hoped and prayed that one person would die there. Let us understand that. If that were the wish of anybody, I haven't seen or thought of that person. Mr. Speaker, I appreciate what you have said. Let us work together. If there are mistakes, let us look into it. I've heard one of my colleagues saying that there are other recruitments to come on. Yes, that is true. It's a very big lesson, and we use the problems that have occurred or the mistakes that would have taken place, and we correct ourselves and forge ahead. We are sitting here, and most probably we might be talking and looking at it politically, with a political lens. But who knows those who have passed? Who knows whether they voted for NDC, MPP, PNC, or even they never voted? But here we are worried. We are not happy because we didn't wish them and we never thought of that. So let us be conscious of that. Let me appreciate the President, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, for putting a halt to the activity at the Elwak Stadium. Mr. Speaker, I wish to suggest that whether now or in the future, decentralization should be properly done. It could even be done by districts, not regions, by districts. And if we can go down to the grassroots, it can even be by constituency. After all, they are all Ghanaians and they are our people. Rather than let people travel maybe from Pusiga to Accra, the Elwak Stadium, only to come and then die when nobody ever dreamt of it. So, Mr. Speaker, I wish to call on all of us to stay united and then to talk and to note that we are a representative of everybody and not one particular person. And that when something like this happens, we should fight together, forge ahead, look at the best that will lead us on our way forward. I thank you very much, Mr. Speaker, for the opportunity.
Who is senior? The two of you, who is senior? The two of you, who is senior? You are senior. Yeah, we'll come to you, don't worry. You want to yield to him?
Yeah. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. for this special opportunity.
Sorry, just a minute. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I think I need your guidance in this matter. In the course of the contributions members are making, they have sought information from government on what is to be done, what shouldn't be done, what measures should be implemented, and etc. Given that the minister responsible now for defense is in the House, I want to find out whether, after we have commented on the statement, if the minister now comes and makes a statement, if leave is granted by your good self, whether we will again be commenting on the statements that has been made by the minister, or that it may be convenient at this stage for us to permit the minister to now make the official statement that members have been calling for, after which we can then take on board any information that the minister may be giving us, so that we take on board those pieces of information and then continue with the contribution. But that's just guidance I'm seeking from you, Right Honorable Speaker.
Will the, sorry, Minority Leader.
Speaker, with respect. Mr. Speaker, what we are doing now is guided by Order 93. Now, if the minister chooses to come before us, he comes here under Order 91. There is no such estoppel rule that would operate against comments by members under Order 93. If the Honorable Minister comes to this House to make a statement, which statement will be regulated by 91, the rule permits under 91(4) for members of this House to make comments. So, Mr. Speaker, with respect and in all humility, I do not think that there is anything at all for your guidance to be sought on. The Majority Leader, most respectfully, must allow the Chair to guide proceedings under the rules that have been invoked for now. If the Minister later comes to say he has something to say, nothing stops the Minister. And that one would also be guided by a different rule. But to say that he wants to find out whether if the Minister comes and says something, members will be permitted to make comment. Mr. Speaker, that would be another speculation that the rules would not permit. So, Mr. Speaker, I beg of the Majority Leader to allow proceedings to go on without any interruption. I so submit, sir.
Honorable members, it's for the reasons that the Minority Leader has just adduced that I wanted clarification. Whether he was going to make the statement as a minister or as a member of the House. As the Minority Leader stated, they come under two different standing orders. And if he's making it as a minister, definitely Order 91 will apply. If he's making it as a member, then Order 93 will apply. And 91(2) says, honorable members, please we need your attention. This is an important matter. Are you with us or you are leaving the premises? You are leaving. Honorable member. Honorable members, Order 91-2 says a minister of state may make a statement of government policy, and the statement shall A, be limited to facts which are necessary to be made known to the House, and B, not contain matters that are likely to provoke debate. But if it is statement by a member, because the statement has already been made by a member, what he will be allowed to do as a member is to comment on that statement. And that will be limited to what? Not exceeding 5 minutes. But if he's making the statement as a minister, it's not limited to the 5 minutes, but it will be limited by the A and B. But for comments, the same for members with regard to statement by minister or statement by a member. It's the same in such a way, you make a statement in such a way that it doesn't provoke debate and it also does not exceed the 5 minutes on both occasions. So that's why I wanted to know, are you going to make the statement as a minister or as a member?
Mr. Speaker, he will make the statement as a minister.
Now, if he's going to make the statement as a minister of state, and that comes under Order 91, and it is on the same subject, I will then allow him to make that statement. Then we now continue with the comments by members. He may disclose some facts which may be necessary to be known by the House, and that will guide members in their comments. So the minister may do so now.
Right, Honorable Speaker. I come before this House, before you this morning, this afternoon, to inform the House.
Just a minute. My attention has been drawn to the presence of some deaconess with us, and they have another commitment. And so let me just recognize their presence. And by doing so, the other visitors, just two groups. We have Deaconess Mary Ampa leading a group of women referred to as area women leaders from Shefi Yuaboso. They come from the church Yes, they come from the Church of Pentecost. They are 54 in number. Please, on behalf of the House, I warmly welcome you to Parliament. You have a lot of your members here. The Church of Pentecost has a lot of members as members of Parliament. So we thank you for producing so many members for the Parliament of Ghana. You are welcome. Please listen, watch their behavior, and help me to manage them. Thank you so much. You are warmly welcome. Resume your seats. We also have one Daniel Bahuli, and he's leading a group from Ningo Pram as the executive director. And the group is, in fact, is written in French. Le Passerelle Global Ghana. There are 96 in number. You are also warmly welcome. Bienvenue. I'm sure they are studying French. And please, you get opportunity here to teach the members of parliament French. Many of them here are completely illiterate when it comes to French. I am in basic school of the French language, so at least I understand something. You are welcome, and you may resume your seats. Now, Minister, you may present your statement.
Speaker called. Mr. Speaker.
Just a minute, just a minute. He's pointing, drawing my attention to something. Yes.
Speaker, in the spirit of strictly going by the rules, Speaker, if you may, Order 91, already we have been told by the majority leader that the minister is coming under Order 91. And Speaker, if I may read Order 91, it says, the Speaker may make statement on any matter of interest to the House. Order 91.2. A Minister of State may make a statement of government policy. Government policy. And the statement shall, and it goes on and on. Is it the case that our acting Minister for Defense,
Honourable Member, you are completely out of order. Why? Oh, God. I read the same standing orders, and I referred to the same issues, drew his attention to that. Please, now you are repeating and asking questions. Why? Oh, it meant that, please, you know how this thing originated. Your leader was not at the conclave, but you were present. You came with the statement to me at the lobby. And because of the emergency involved, we decided to admit it so that you can make it today. You insisted to vary the order of the business. That was conceded to. And that is why the majority leader even raised the issue that even if we're taking the business according to how it's captured on the order paper, the minister would have been available at the time the statement would have been made. But we varied the order of the business, and it was made earlier than questions. And so the minister was not available, and that the minister will be coming to make the statement. It is under this. But why I said you are out of order is that I have already done what you are doing. And I drew his attention before the majority leader got up to say, yes, he's coming to make a statement as a minister, not as a member of parliament. And so I permitted him to do so, guided by the Standing Order 91-2. Please,